What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a lot of news about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. With every single day passing, we are starting to get know more about the story, lore of the game, gameplay, some more secrets in the game, and today we got to know some more. And recently, official PlayStation magazine of UK had an interview with the McDavid, uh, one of the member of the Assassin's Creed Valhalla team, and he mentioned and shared a lot of news regarding the game with us, and we got to know a lot with that. And without any further ado, let's get into it. So very early in the game, main character Iva will get to learn about the Order of the Ancients. The lore in Valhalla will be seeded throughout the world for the players to discover. According to Mac David, hopefully there's quite a number of moments when your jaw drops because you're like, oh, that's how that connect to that. Okay, that's cool. So here's my guess. Since the game Valhalla is coming after the events of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins, so most of the stuff will be connected with that. That how the Agent of the Cosmos and the Ancient One came to be in England and how it connect with that, and most likely most of the things is also going to connect in the future in the present time with Leila Hussein, and we will get to know more things are starting to connect, more games storyline that happened in the present or the previously will be connected in the game as well. And if you guys remember, in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, your canon character, which is Cassandra, before she gave away her staff to Laila Hassan, she talked about order and chaos. And my guess would be that she has seen that all with her own eyes. And at some point in the game, we might see her in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Because since she lived it through the entire Assassin's Creed's history, still present of the latest game. They can put her in any place they want to, if only she was not in the cave. That would be my guess. But she is most likely to be a surprise guest for us in the game to discover, and that would be really cool if they do that. Because if they bring her in the Valhalla, it will make the story and Assassin's Creed more exciting for most players, especially for me because I really like her character. Whether it was Alexios or Cassandra, I played with both. But if they bring Cassandra or as Alexios, if it is on our choosing that which character which we want to choose as we played in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that would be awesome to see in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And knowing more about what happened to Cassandra or Alexios in past after the game, that would be cool to see, but we will know. And as continued, he mentioned the game will be a bridge between Hidden Ones, the Order of the Ancient, and Assassins Templars as known from previous games. So yeah, my guess would be actually right. If they are going to connect the Order and the Ancient One in Valhalla, then there is a possibility that we will see Cassandra in Valhalla at some point in the game. And further on, he said the game will have connection to other Assassin's Creed games taking places before and after the event of Valhalla. So yeah, there will be a lot of stuff connecting to each other in different games, and it will make more sense when we progress in the story, and we might see some surprising characters in the game, whether it's in the present time or in the Valhalla, or maybe there might be a backstory or a mention of some other character of the Origin or the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but we will see. But so far, it's really exciting that things are making sense now. And let's move on further. The game will feature section palaces along the main cities of London, Winchester, and York for vertical navigation and parkour. The team is aiming to have less grinding and getting in favor of an emphasis on storytelling. So this time it will be on us whether if we want to invest more time into the game before we progress into the story, or we just speed run the story and then start exploring the game. So it would be on our choices, which is a really good thing since most people don't have the time to play the entire game or complete every single activity. Because these days the RPG games takes very long to finish. If you really want to finish the game completely, it would likely take you more than the 100 hours. So yeah, that makes really sense, and I guess it's a really good take that they are taking. And since they talked about the cities that are going to be available in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we can pretty much that this is how the map is going to look like, and it's really big. And as you can see, there's London in the Wessex, and along with it, there's four different kingdoms which are really huge. And this really makes me excited because I really like to explore land compared to the sea, and this time around we are going to get a lot bigger land to explore than Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And then we are learning more about Ivar from McDavid, saying once Ivar and their clan settle down in England, the player will have two approaches to explore, to exploration when they begin: go raiding or move afield to build alliances. Raiding will bring resources back to the settlement to create buildings and to begin cultivating farmland. New characters will show up giving services to the settlement. So my guess would be that we will have the both option to whether we can build our alliances or we can just go and raiding. But both of those things will have different benefits tied to them, and it would be on to us that what we want to do, what sort of bonus or the loot that we want from the place that we want to, whether we want to raid or we want to build an alliance with, because I think both of these features will bring us some different loot system benefit related to them. So it will make us choose that what we want to do with it, and that is going to be really exciting. It will bring more color to the game, more fun, and more different way to play the game. Since it's an RPG, so there should be more option and choosing that what we want to do with the things, and this is going to be really cool feature, in my opinion. Building alliances will be tied of feeling vulnerable in a foreign land. Making alliances make help while subduing part of the country. So if we will have more alliances, it would mean that we will have less threat level upon our settlement. That would be my guess, but we will know more about that. But since if we have a higher level of threat level upon us, then I think the loot or the loot bonus would be much more higher. So it would be on us that what how we want to deal with it and how we want the world of Assassin's Creed according to our own choices. McDavid also described the narrative structure of the game as a flower petal structure where the player goes out of the settlement, spends a few hours in the world, and then comes back. Each of these adventures would act as a petal within the big flower of the narrative. Some side stories will adapt a Shakespearean 5-act structure, turning them into multiple part stories, helping the player get more invested in the characters they meet. So this will actually really makes a strong connection to every single character that you meet and makes some more sense, and the emotion connection, whether it's a friendship, whether it's uh, a betrayal, love, or anything, it will makes more impact onto a player than we had before, and I think that's a really good thing that they are taking this step here. And many quest givers will remain in the world after their quest is done, and some can even become residents of the settlement. The game will not feature fetch quests for characters that at the end of the side quest will subsequently disappear. Players can use the map to scan for places to raid or trade. All the crew members on Ivar's longship will have names and personalities. Such personalities will persist even after the characters are put on the ship, differently from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So this time they will have their perks, the way they will talk to you or work as a crew in your long ship, but we don't know much information about it. But as they mentioned, it will be much different than the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So this is something which we will find out later on. But for now, this is all we know, and it seems exciting. And the loot box system featured in Origins and Odyssey seem to be gone. According to the source, whole new and unique weapons and gear can be earned and valued in the game. This is something which we will know, but my guess would be that the gears and weapon would be tied with different activities, which will be maybe, as I have mentioned before, we might have to make alliances, we might have to raid, we might have to do side quests, explore, and progress in the story. There will be a secret to discover, but I think there's more related to this since they are removing all these loot boxes from the game. And it's a good thing, I think, if they are going to tie special weapons or the weapons from the loot boxes and tie it into something else. That would be good. And then Stonehenge can be visited and climbed in the game. Player will be able to uncover the secrets of the ancient people while who built the mysterious monuments. Mac David, these player may meet tribes still worshipping England pagans god in the game, though they will have to explore to find them. And the last thing which he mentioned is Alfred the Great, the king shown in the trailer, will go on a personal journey of his own throughout the story. He will be an antagonist but not a villain. And I think they are just going to follow the history in which he actually did assigned or gave away the land to Vikings so they can do farming. And his grandfather actually betrayed the Vikings when he signed the treaty with the Vikings, saying that he handed over the land to them, but he actually did that after giving away his crown to his son. So he actually betrayed the King Alfred grandfather, and King Alfred actually honored that land to Vikings in the history, and you can also see that in the Viking TV show. And this is exactly how it's going to be. But we will see how his role is going to be in the game, because it will be a lot different from which we know from the TV serial or from the history. There might be some changes, but we will know about it soon enough. And that is all for the news, guys. I hope you guys liked it. And if you guys want to see some more content of the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care and bye guys. See you.